Welcome, all you Libras, to your July monthly reading, where we've been focusing on chakras all the way back to January, where we started with the root chakra. Here we are in the 7th month, so we've reached the top of the most popular 7 chakras, which is the Crown Chakra. And we've got all this beautiful amethyst that represents the color of that chakra. And since we are focusing in on the crown, that is what connects us to the higher realms. So we're going to ask the Creator for this month what they want you to know about how you can connect higher. And if you're new to my channel, what I do each month is I start off with, I pull apart a tarot deck and I separate the major arcana from the 4 suits of the minor arcana. And for the major arcana, this represents the overall energy and what the Creator is wanting you to know for the month. And of course, for this one, it's specifically what energy they want you to know about how to connect higher to the spiritual realms. So let me just give this a little more shuffle here, and then we will jump right in. All right. So for our Libras, what would you like them to know? What energy about connecting higher? Actually, they do want. You actually get 2. Makes sense. Libra, balancing. We're also going to pull a card here from the Universe Has Got Your Back deck, and this will be what, in addition to that energy, they want you to know about. All right, so for our Libras, what else would you like them to know about the month of July? No? Okay, that one right there. Okay. So they do want me to start off with this one, which we will, and well, so you got a little one here, I'll show you that, and then I'll read it to you. And it says, my capacity to tune in the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. So the energy of love is how you connect to the higher realms. And that makes so much sense because the frequency at which the heavenly realm runs is that of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. It's all that bright, beautiful energies of back home. So as you connect to that and focus more in that, that's what takes you to that higher place. And let's see what else they want to know with these over here. Yeah. So you got the Wheel of Fortune. I'll put that one here, and that's the number 10. So it's endings and new beginnings. So you are ready for this change that's coming as the wheel turns in your life. And there is this story, and I'll give you the brief version of it that Spirit gave me with this. It basically says that your soul, before it came down here, chose the avatar that it wanted to experience this life through. So your higher self chose you, my higher self chose me, chose when we were going to be born and enter this, experience, and when we're going to withdraw out of this experience and just be fully back in the spiritual realm. It also chose all these fated events that it wanted to experience through here so that it would more fully understand who it is by experiencing a lot of stuff that it's not. It's kind of this contrast theme that comes in. But within each of those moments, we still have the power of choice. We get to choose what emotion we're going to feel through it and what story we're going to apply to it. And we get to choose, kind of like it said here, am I going to choose an emotion that's an extreme fear or an emotion that's extreme unconditional love or something in between? Am I going to apply a story to that situation that's of fear or of unconditional love? And so we always have this choice that we get as we're going through it. And so it transforms our life from instead of feeling out of control, like we're on this drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode, to a more secure train like a monorail at Disney World that's attached to the track and it doesn't fly off and it just moves smoothly, having all its program stops. So we move from this feeling like life is happening to us, that life is happening for us, moving from feeling like we're a victim of life to that life is this beautiful adventure that's coming instead. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. Okay. Lover's card. emotional choice. Every moment you have an emotional choice. So these two cards together are perfect for where we're headed with this. So they really are showing that you have a choice, and realizing and grasping this choice that you have, understanding every moment is either of fear of losing conditional love or of unconditional love from above. So we have those two choices. And as the more that we connect to that unconditional love purposely and intentionally, that is how you grow your connection to the higher realm. Well, of course, going to get more details here as well as we move into the 4 suits of the minor arcana, which the 4 suits of the minor arcana represent like 4 different areas of your human experience here. And we'll start off with the fire element, which is the wands suit. And this represents your drive, your ambition, your spark, your passion, your aha inspiration, and your energy. And it can be your spiritual energy too. So for this particular reading, we're going to use these cards to see what energy the Creator wants you to know about regarding your spiritual adventure during the month of July, on how you can connect higher. So for our Libras, what would you like them to know about their spiritual adventure? Okay, I want that one right there. And we will also pull a card from the Return of Spirit deck and see what they would like to add. All right, so what else for our Libras, please? Okay, actually, they went to this one right to there. And we will start off with the tarot card, which is the King of Wands. So the King, of course, is the highest that you can reach in your spiritual energy. So this represents your higher self. So for this, it can mean like entrepreneur and someone that is really able to wield their energy in amazing ways. But for this reading, how it's progressing here, I really feel this represents your higher self, the one that chose you before it came down here. So your spiritual adventure for the month of July is really getting to connect with your higher self and understanding that this avatar, this body that you're in, is just a small piece of who you are. It's the character that you're playing upon this planet in physical form. But your powerful you, you're the actor behind the character, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love. So I really feel that's the connection there. Yeah, and you have your change of your mindset. I love how this kind of looks like a butterfly. And you are going through this metamorphosis. You're understanding that you're so much more than the caterpillar, that you are that higher being. You're that beautiful butterfly that can go places that you could never go as just the human side. But the combination with this relationship that you build with your higher self, you can go places together, being aware of the two of you that are having this human experience as you go. And that kind of is representative here too. Like this is your human experience and this is your higher self here. So a good picture of that. All right, so let's take a look here. And I love how Cheryl Lee Harnish, who's the maker of these cards, how she says things. So it says here, this card comes when we are in the process of moving into a higher level of cognitive functioning. This is a direct effect of the shifting vibrational frequencies on the planet. Those who are ready for these new frequencies will begin to notice changes in their physical and energetic processes. So this is your energetic. We'll be talking about the physical next. So it'll be interesting to see what changes are reflected in there too. But this card signifies a shifting of your conscious functioning. So your cognitive processes are beginning to operate within the field of higher frequencies, right? That higher frequencies of love. This can be seen as a change in your perception of how you view yourself, how you view this world, and your understanding of your innate connection with Source. You may find yourself making decisions based on abstract knowings. You will start to understand the underlying causes behind the actions and behaviors of others. You will find you are clearer in what your own truth is and feel more empowered in it. Information will be quickly processed and sorted. Your thinking will start to encompass the bigger picture and understand how you fit into it. This is a part of the process in becoming an open channel to and from the divine. The division between thoughts and intuition will begin to fade as they blend into cohesive faculty. You might find yourself in a bit of brain fog as this frequency shift completes, and it's normal to experience forgetfulness, mild confusion, time passing quickly or slowly, or doing things you would never have considered before. There could be mild irritability and a lack of patience with yourself and others as well. Do not worry if you find yourself frustrated with your mind's inability to process information quickly during this time. Once the energy shift is complete, you'll be mentally clear and vibrant. So it'll be interesting when we get into looking at the mind as well and what comes through with that. But we are going to move into the physical side here, where this is your energy, and we'll talk about your mind, your emotions. All that is your inner world. This is your physical world. It's the pentacle suit. It's that earth element. And it represents like the outside world. So all those other characters that are on stage with you and your props out there, like your body, your possessions, your bank account. It's everything that the Creator wants you to know about the physical adventure during the month of July. So as of course, regarding to connecting to the higher realms. So for our Libras, what do you want them to know about their physical adventure, please? Okay. So that's the one there. And then we'll also pull a card here from the Angels and Ancestors deck. See what they would like to add. Okay, what else for our Libras for their physical adventure, please? Okay, 2. Yep, they said 2. So you will get 2. And we'll start off with the tarot card here, and you have the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles sometimes can be about, holding on to your possessions and not feeling like you can let it go. But for me, the message that comes through on the Pentacles suit, the 4, first of all, is a very solid foundation. It's like a table with 4 strong legs. So there's this stability in your worth that you're gaining through this experience. The experience that he goes through, like these other 3 pentacles represent like 3 areas of our life that we're told are supposed to define us. They're supposed to tell us how worthy we are, and I call it retail price because it's basically the price that we put on ourselves, that how we think other people feel we're worth, which is retail. Self worth comes from the self, not from the outside. So this card is like this stability that comes in with your self-worth, because you realize that when you look to the other 3 pentacles for your worth, that you do feel unstable because those 3 pentacles are unstable. And those 3 pentacles are relationships that can be romantic, family, friends, work, schoolmates, even feather babies and fur babies, relationships. And those are unstable because people change or they pass away, right? The second pentacle is situations or circumstances. So like jobs and education, your social status, just circumstances you can get in. And of course, we all know that situations never stay the same, so unstable. And then the final pentacle has to do with things. So our bodies, our possessions, our bank accounts. And we all know that things break down, deteriorate, are stolen or burned down. So those are unstable. And so the lesson that he learns and where he gains his stability is that he does connect to his higher self. He does connect to that unconditional love, whereas the outside world is all that conditional love like we were talking about. The unconditional love becomes our foundation instead. And so that's where the solid foundation comes in. So I love how we were talking about this earlier and how that does impact your worth as you have this change of mind, as you have this change of how you're perceiving things. Instead of only having one choice of choosing, the conditional love and the fear of all that, we have another option, right? That unconditional love. Let's see what else you have come in here. You've got the Wise One. And that says, grow within your current situation. And then you also have Great Teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. So you have grow and learn here through this experience, and by golly, you definitely do. And let's see what messages come in here. We'll start off with the Wise One. Yeah, this says, knuckle down, be reliable and committed, be open to wisdom and insights from elders. So the Wise One represents the wisest aspect of the goddess, which is the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. So on this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into the wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experiences of elders. So you do have this awareness that comes in that's even beyond like our mind and what we've learned through the hard times and the good times in this life, but that we've have this wisdom that's just inherent, that we can tap into. And they don't want me to read the rest. They want me to go on to the Great Teacher here, which is interesting that both have a bird. Like this one has a dove, and this one has an owl and a crow on here, or a raven. So the message of the Great Teacher here says, know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired, like we talked about with the Wheel of Fortune card. Learn from your current experiences and then share them with others. And this card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. But there is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He's surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. So this card represents a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows you that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You're having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a great awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There's a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. So they are definitely talking with you. So I love where this is going. And then we are, like I mentioned, going to move into the mental suit, which is the air element, or the swords suit. And so this is all about your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations, just your mental adventure during the month of July in regards to connecting higher. This did mention over here about you on this quest for searching for your truth, your higher truth, the capital T truths of your higher self, not the small t truths of the human that you've already been through over and over and over again, but this is about connecting to that higher truth, right? So for our Libra, and this of course is your element because you are the air element. And then we're also going to pull a card here from the numerology guidance card. All right. So what else for our Libras, please? Oh, okay. I suppose that's your card flying across the desk here. Yep, and you have the Three of Swords. So when I talked about the Three of Pentacles over here, here's those Three of Swords. This is the thoughts and the beliefs that are behind, looking to the outside world. So we've got the relationships, we've got the circumstances and the things that they are the ones that cause us the stress and that prick our heart, and because it ignites fear within us if we're not living up to all those expectations. Oh my gosh, what is my worth? Am I lovable? Am I acceptable? And so this is this awareness that's coming from all this, because when we're talking about you find your clarity of mind here, these are all those human side, these are the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that are all that popular opinion of our conditioning that are rooted in the fears of the human realm. We ultimately fear rejection, being rejected if we don't live up to all those expectations. So those are the small t truths of the human, but you are learning through this process, the change of the mind is happening where you're moving away from those small t truths and moving up into the capital T truths of your higher self instead. Let's see what else we have here. You've got your environment is changing here. They don't want me to read this specific one. Actually, they said they do. I thought this one was going to be more environmental. We'll see what they wanted. There's something in here they wanted to stand out. But this is about the environment that you are surrounding yourself with as well. As you go through all this, especially with your thoughts and beliefs, it's like whatever you focus on, whatever you're filling your mind with is what is impacting you. It's like if you're in a toxic environment, you're going to be bringing all that toxicity into your mind and into your body. And so this is about being aware of what your beliefs are. What are you believing in each moment as it's happening? Again, it comes back to the choice of an emotional choice every moment between fear or love, unconditional love, and a mental choice of what story are you going to apply to a situation, one of fear based on old expectations, or of the higher realm, those beliefs that are rooted in unconditional love instead. Let me just skim here because I feel like they were doing something here. Yeah, so this card also encourages you to, it says like to recycle, which they're telling me recycle these old thoughts and these old beliefs into something new. Perhaps you can explore organic foods, which is the healthier choice, like they're talking about making choices here. The more aware and self-sufficient you become, the more control you have over your health and what you put into your body. By doing your part to raise this awareness, you can also inspire others to do the same. By recognizing and appreciating your connection to nature, the animal kingdom, and Mother Earth, you align yourself with Source and the essence of your soul. So there is this environmental piece to this about what you surround yourself with, and even getting out into nature can help you have this peace of mind. Because, like I live in Colorado Springs, and within 20-25 minutes, I can be up on a mountain looking down at the city. And it allows you just to realize that those problems down there are so much smaller. All these expectations and everything. You're up there in the fresh air with all the animals and the trees and all that beautiful, loving energy of, Mother Earth. And it just changes you. So you can definitely spend some time in nature, if possible, to help you with this too. And then we move into the final suit, which is the water element, and it's the Suit of Cups, which is our emotions. So this will be what the Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure during the month of July. in regards to connecting to your higher self, which we already kind of touched on that. Emotional choices are a theme here for this month, emotional and mental choices. So what else for our Libras, please? Okay, I do want that one right there. And then we're also going to pull the Elemental Oracle card. And because this is the last Oracle card that I'm pulling, this can represent more about your emotional experience, but it also is a wild card. It can be whatever else the Creator wants you to know about the energies of July for you. All right. So for our Libras, what else, please? What's your final Oracle message for our Libras? Okay, so I'm right there. Yeah. So you have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is the chalice. It's the Holy Grail. And this is full of the unconditional love of the Creator of all things. So you become a chalice. You allow Spirit to come in. In fact, there's that dove, the dove that was there, bringing you the messages, bringing you the love, allowing you to fill up, and then all that love overflows out to others as well. So that emotional choice of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love is making itself known there. And then your final card is voice, speaking your word, or like I was talking about here, speaking your truth. That's card number 25, and we'll see what else they have to add for this here. Yep, use your voice, speak up, sing your song out to the universe. It's often not what you say, but how you say it. Speak plainly and tell your story, right? This we've been talked about. My capacity to tune in to the energy of love, give me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up. So there we go, right there. And it says the voice is an air-powered instrument, the sound of which is made by the movement of pressurized air over the vocal cords. The vocal cords vibrate, making audible pulses that are adjusted by the muscles of the larynx to give a unique variety in pitch and tone. The sound is further filtered by the lips, the cheeks, and facial muscles, as well as the position of the neck and the chest. Every person's voice is quite unique because of the combinations in their physiology, although we do like to mimic each other for fun. Don't make fun of me. The human voice is capable of a huge variety of sounds, from harmonic tonality to grunts, squeals, and screams. The voice is one way humans express and create emotion in themselves and others, and of course communicate through complex language. I love that we do use our voice, especially in song, and sometimes people just in how eloquently they're able to express emotion through word that they can touch our hearts. Listening to amazing voices raised up in song is something humanity has been doing since prehistory. Yet perhaps more importantly, being able to speak out about what is important to us is even more vital. You must use your voice both kindly and for the greater good. Not being afraid to speak out about injustice or to change a bad law or system has always changed the world for the better. And as it says, when we do it in love, then people tend to listen. When we do it with expectations, with swords drawn, change doesn't happen, because the world doesn't change from the outside in. It changes from the inside out. It changes from the heart. And when we change hearts, that's when the world changes. But trying to change minds, like this is a change of mind. If you're trying to change other people's minds, doesn't work. How often does it work when people are trying to change your mind, right? 0%. But when people share love and talk to us, then that is when love is ignited, and that's when change happens. And sorry, I should show you this. This is the final deck I'm going to use, which is the Star Seeds deck. It's a cute little deck. And this is just going to be the final messages that the Creator has for you for the month of July. So for our Libras, what is your final message? Okay, they do want that one. What else? Okay, that one. What else? Okay, actually, they went to that one right there. So start off with the middle, and you've got channel. And it says, and one of these cards said that too, you are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. And what's the healing energy? The energy of unconditional love. It's this chalice. It's you filling up and you being this beautiful, I'm trying to think of, like, not an ornament, but it's a vessel. You're this beautiful vessel through which the unconditional love comes through, fills you up, and then it overflows out to the world. Then you also have truth, which we talked about over here too, about your truth, right? See your light, know your power, and have the courage to walk your truth. And that's another thing, we change the world by showing the world, right? Instead of, it's like leading by example. And that's what, like right here, Christ, Jesus, he walked the world showing people love. Now, followers and everyone interpret things differently going forward, and not everyone shows that same love that he was able to show consistently like he did, at least how it's recorded. But, it is this love that is able to be shared, and we lead by example. And so when one time in my life I was going to be a missionary and go over to places, but I didn't want to go to places and go, I want to help you, but you have to, accept our religious and join our religion first. I was like, that doesn't feel right to me. It feels like you're holding people hostage. I wanted to go and just be in a place, help the village or the little town or whatever, help them get water, help them have food, help them, be able to learn to love one another and help one another, and just help that town grow. And then people to go, why are you doing this? How can you love us like this? That is the kind of, way that we can walk our truth, right? Sorry. And then you have a blue star. Final card. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star, which is unconditional love. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. So more truth, truth. You are on this path to find your truth, and you do that by connecting. This is a huge truth that's coming here for you. Understanding that every moment you do get to choose. You have these two choices. It's very simple. Neither of them is wrong. Both of them are experiences here as you're human. But just knowing that there's another choice, you don't feel trapped. You're gonna experience some fear emotions and some of those uncomfortable emotions, but knowing more and more and choosing more and more another option, you become comfortable in flowing in between choices instead. So I love this message coming in here for you. Now, Libras, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these monthly readings by each zodiac sign, I also put out weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on these and be updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. When you go in there, if you check on the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video or share a video, comment on a video, and especially if you subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those, I am, of course, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, mighty Libras, as you go through this amazing month, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing month. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, though. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.